So the next step in our MySQL journey is going to be talking about deleting records. Now, if you've got data that you want to get rid of inside of your tables, delete is the command that we're going to look at. Okay, so if you've been following along with the series so far, then you've already got this data, but if you don't, then I'm going to put the link to this page. This is the SQL file that's going to create the two tables. It's going to create a table called genres and another one called movies, and it's going to load in the data inside of genres and a whole bunch of data inside of movies. So you can have that. You can download the zip, expand it, take the SQL file from there, and then in phpMyAdmin, go into your database. Mine's called movies. Go to the import page, choose file, select the SQL file that you've downloaded, and then click on go, and that will create the two tables, and it will create all the data inside there for you. Okay, so we're going to jump into the movies table, and we've got all of this stuff inside of here, and I want to delete some of these records. So we've got different fields to choose from here. We've got movie ID, movie title, director, year, and genre. I can delete data based on the values that are inside of any one of those columns, any one of those fields. Now, movie ID, this is our primary key. So this is the unique value. Every single row in the table has a unique value inside of it. That way, if I choose to delete something, I can say, hey, you know, where the movie ID is 25, that's the one that I want to delete. And I can do that without worrying that I'm going to accidentally delete something else, because I know with a primary key, automatically every value in that column is going to be unique. So if you're using phpMyAdmin, you can delete a record just simply by clicking on it, or you can select it and then click delete down here. But we don't want to do that. We want to delete stuff from within our code. So our server-side code that we're creating, and that means understanding the delete command. This is really all that there is to it. Delete from, and then the name of the table where you're going to delete things. You're going to delete from one table at a time. You can't delete from multiple tables. You want to delete from multiple tables, you've got to do multiple delete commands. So we're doing a delete from the movies table, and then you need a where clause. You absolutely have to have this where clause. Without this, if I run this command, I'm deleting all of my data, all of my rows, all of my records. It's all going to be gone inside of that table of movies. So we must do this, because there is no undo when it comes to databases. If you update something, if you delete something, it is gone. The original values are gone. There's no Control Z or Command Z to undo. All right, so like I was saying, movie ID, that's the best way to do this, because that is our primary key. That is the one that's guaranteed to be unique. So I can say, let's delete where movie ID equals 24. That will delete that one row. If I change this and I say, you know what, where movie ID is greater than 24, that's going to delete everything that has an ID that is above 24. So 25, 26, 27, 28. Those will all be gone now. So let's put this back to equal. If I was to say not equal to, that would delete everything except for this one row. So let's just test this. Let's delete the one that with the ID 24. So go. Gives us a confirmation. Are you sure you really want to do this? It is a delete command. There is no undo. Yep, let's go ahead and do it. Okay, one row affected. There was one row that got deleted. If we browse, come down here, 23, 25, there it is. 24 is gone. So that one was deleted. Let's test the multiple delete. Let's delete everything that's above 23. So we're going to delete from movies where movie ID is greater than 23. Go. Are you sure? Yep. Go ahead and do it. 4 rows affected. So that means 4 rows were actually deleted. If we come back down here, sure enough, everything above 23 is now gone. Okay. Arrange. So let's say we want to delete from movies where. Now you'll notice I space things out like this. I do this for readability's sake. You don't have to put all the different parts of the SQL command on different lines. It just makes it a little bit easier to read that way. So where movie ID is greater than 10 and movie ID is less than 13. So this is going to delete numbers 11 and 12, those two records, because it has to be greater than 10, so that's 11, 12, 13, 14, and so on. But it also has to be less than 13. So the only numbers that fit those conditions are 11 and 12. Go ahead. 2 rows affected, number 11 and 12. Come back here and check. Sure enough, 11 and 12 are gone. Okay, so that's how you do a delete. That's all there is to it. Remember, there is no undo. Remember to always use that where clause. Always filter what it is that you're deleting. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put those in the comments down below. I will include the link in the description to this SQL file. And as always, thanks for watching.